As the crisis continues in Bangladesh, the interim government has now sought funds from development partners, including the International Monetary Fund, to pay back foreign liabilities and boost foreign exchange reserves. This comes days after the head of interim government, Muhammad Yunus, spoke about bringing institutional reforms. Even though the hangover of coup against Sheikh Hasina still remains, the country is facing a double whammy with political and economic crisis. Food inflation has crossed 14% in July, the highest in the past 13 years. And the recent floods have multiplied the government's challenges. The government has already sent a letter to the Asian Development Bank seeking $300 million for flood rehabilitation and $5 billion from other development partners like the World Bank, Asian Development Bank, Japan International Cooperation Agency and the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. IMF staff mission is also likely to visit Bangladesh in September to discuss the proposed loan. Bangladesh is also struggling with a fragile banking sector hit by scams and defaults linked with the Hasina dispensation. The economic crisis in Bangladesh is also being seen by experts as a contest between two regional powers, India and China. Experts in Bangladesh feel this can also help Bangladesh deepen its ties with the countries which will provide monetary aid. As far as China is concerned, it has been the largest trading partner of Bangladesh for 13 consecutive years, and Bangladesh's dependence on China increased under Sheikh Hasina's 15-year rule.
We have an $8 billion line of credit with India and a $20 billion line of credit with China. If any of these countries wants to turn it into budget support, at a concessional term, then Bangladesh should take it if and only if it is a concessional term. What Bangladesh, as far as I know currently, the governor, the Bangladesh Bank is not seeking bilateral support. They're asking for additional support probably from the IMF and also from World Bank and ADB.
It's also a tricky situation for India because the former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is still staying in India while anti-India sentiments are high on the streets of Dhaka.
Cordial relationship with countries in the neighborhood is very important. And anti-India sentiments is from this side of the world, when you're looking at it from the Indian perspective, is not something that you will want to happen. But if we specifically talk about the impacts, I would say them as short-term political things, and these are too dissipate. We have seen this before as well. We have seen this in Maldives. Despite anti-India tourism in Maldives, the Indian tourist flows to Maldives this year was one of the highest. Despite say India-China competition, the India-China bilateral trade is reaching its high every year.
Bangladesh's interim government under Muhammad Yunus is trying to get back to normalcy, and fixing the economy should be its top priority. In Delhi, Mohammad Ghazali for NDTV.